Everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't noticed, we have a new event thing that's going on called Voting Jubilee. This has popped up in the notice 2 days ago at this point. I'm not sure when this video is going live, but I'm recording it Monday night, and I think the notice went up Sunday evening. So if you're unaware, we basically have a situation on our hands where we're going to have 5 different categories, and we're voting for characters, either single or duo, for those categories. And the first category up is teacher. Now, first of all, what I want to say about this is I think this is IS just throwing some banner ideas at us and allowing us to maybe choose some of the units that are in it. I genuinely don't know why else they would not do this. They're letting you choose 3 different singles and 2 different duos. And the duo part is kind of the dead giveaway on that, because I don't know why they would like, oh, who would you like to be doubly taught by in the Fire Emblem universe? That doesn't make any sense to me. So, I think this is maybe them kind of coming up with some non-seasonal special themed banners. Kind of like in the same sense that we had the, what was it? The Hot Springs banner. That was a special banner that was not a staple season banner. We also had the picnic banner, same thing, seasonal, special. But not like the traditional staple seasonal kind of banner, like a winter or Halloween type banner. I think that's what they're doing here. But the other banners, not so much the picnic, mostly the hot spring, it was not as popular as maybe they might have hoped. So I think what they're kind of doing is they're feeling us out for it, which is what this Voting Jubilee thing is. At the end of the day, maybe it's not. Maybe it's them just trying to come up with something fun for us to do, and if that's the case, props to them, I guess, because it still seems kind of interesting. But what we have here is, we've got the first one up, and I'm probably going to do a video for each of these because I have been basically like self-quarantined, like inside my apartment. I have Jenna, don't get me wrong. There is other human interaction. However, I've been thinking a lot about lists and quizzes and things of that nature, and this just falls right into that category. So I actually put some decent thought into this whole situation, and I'm not proud of it, but I did. And I thought about some of the classes that I would like to take, and then who I would like to teach those, based on the skills and knowledge that they have within the Fire Emblem universe. I know, this is only the 3rd week of quarantine too. I got 2 more months of this. Whoa. So, thank you to IS for giving me something else to focus on while we're in dark times. First thing is first, let's take a look at what we have options-wise here. And I am logged in. So I've already made my choice, so I'm not going to make a choice yet. I think it resets at 11 p.m. Eastern. That would be 8 p.m. Pacific. So first off, let's run down through the duos, because I feel like those are a little bit more unique in that sense. Conveniently, they are both kind of in the Tellius series, so we don't have to scroll very far at least. And again, this is just my personal vibe. Don't get offended if I'm not picking something that you want. The teacher, I will say, the teacher thing is questionable, because a lot of people that I have seen either post online or in their Discord or wherever, they have actually been like, oh yeah, like let's get some 3 houses people in here, and I'm like, okay, I understand the 3 houses thirst. I really do. I don't necessarily agree with it all the time, but I get it. Why do you want characters from a game where half of the cast are teachers to be in a teacher banner? That's just like a normal banner. Don't do that. That doesn't make any sense. You gotta reach outside the box. Remember, we have 5 different categories for this, and we don't know what the other ones are. I think they're getting revealed every 2 days also, so be on the lookout for those. So Tellius has a lot of options. I cannot scroll. Oh, there we go. We have to be in the list of things. So as you'll see, it's laid out pretty similar to the whole Choose Your Legends type voting stuff. So first up on the block is going to be Ike. Ike, part of a duo with... Where is he at? Where is he at? Oh, I should just jump, huh? There we go. Part of a duo with our boy Soren here, if I can find him. There he is. So Ike and Soren teaching like war tactics would be a dope class. Just gonna throw that out there. A lot of people might defer to things like maybe Gerald, which I definitely had some strong thoughts about getting, teachings from Gerald. But I mean, he's going to be in the Valentine's banner for obvious reasons next year, so doesn't, I'm not that thirsty for it. However, I think some other popular options would be Robin, right? Master Tactician. I disagree, okay? I think the combined efforts of Ike and Soren in a duo teacher unit would be of quite a powerful tactical class to take. I think they're maybe the more underrated, I'll even say, of the options there. And I can't scroll. Oh, there we go. We're still scrolling. So there you go. Master Tacticians, sure, but 2 is in this case better than 1. And I would put my money on Ike and Soren over Robin. I said it. I don't regret it. The next duo that I'm kind of thinking about, and they're sort of close. Ryson. There he is. And this is not likely. By any means is this likely. Because he's not a lord. He's not getting a duo. But Ryson and Leanne, who is down here. There we go. Imagine taking choir class from Leanne and Ryson. Just for a moment. Just think about that. So them paired up as a duo teaching music or choir, something along those lines, would be pretty dope. And then, of course, you get to learn all the Galders, which is pretty sweet. So I would pick that as someone who has like a background in music to an extent. A lot of solo and ensemble in my days. Was part of a boy band, tribute band thing for like 2 years. And it was the thing. I have a history, friends. This would be my take. Now, there are a lot of characters that you could learn vocals from, but I feel like the Heron clan kind of has it locked up there. Sorry, Bjorks. Ain't gonna happen. Not with the Herons around. So there, we got that. Let's head back. So singles, obviously, are what are left. This one, there were a lot of options. I'm gonna be honest, there's a lot of solid options here. However, I stuck to, again, just 2 other games. So we stayed relatively newer-ish in this particular category. And I'll shift over to here first because my next option is if both in the same game. But we had... Let's just jump here because she's a wee bit further down than I'd like. Where are you? There you are. Boop. There we go. Obero. Imagine home ec with Obero. Can you think of a finer seamstress to be able to teach you how to sew and deal with fabrics? No, you cannot. And right now, some of you are probably typing, well, what about? No. Part of me just really wants an Obero alt at this point in the game. Like... But take what I can get at this point. But no, for real, like that's one of the reasons that I really like Obero. Her backstory and her history is probably why she is my favorite Fates character alone. And I like one of the first things I learned to do when I was younger was I learned to sew. In fact, I made a patchwork quilt for a Cub Scout project. I did not rise any higher. I was only ever a Cub Scout. Because I quickly learned that group interactions was definitely not for me, and so I left everybody else to go escalate to the level of Eagle Scout and what have you. But I did do that. I really enjoyed it. It was Mario themed, by the way. Lots of Yoshi egg squares in that quilt. But like I said, one of the first things I learned to do when I was like probably 5 or 6 years old was sew. So there you go. I've always wanted to take a home ec class, like something along those lines. I think it's genuinely like a pretty important thing for people to learn, but I never did because my life was enveloped by the music department, which those of you who are in like the musical arts or like musical theater in general, like those things, they suck up a lot of time. And I'm sure you're aware of that, so I won't go into detailed stories about my time there. And then the last 2 singles here are both from Awakening. Although I guess technically Anna here could be from anybody. But I always default to Awakening Anna just because I feel like she has one of the stronger personalities of the Annas throughout the series. Anna, teaching finance and economics. Can you think of a better option? I'll wait. I will literally wait right now. No, you can't. Would it be successful? Probably. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not Phase Anna, because she's always saying how broke they are, and she's also never pulling off schemes to make money. But I feel like Awakening Anna would have it together. She's all about the profits. So I would take a finance and economics class from Awakening Anna for sure. And she would probably upcharge me and just rob me blind in the process. Like every other college, am I right? That was a bad joke. Alright, so moving on. The final, and this is one that I've actually chosen on my own ballot. This is the one I chose day 1 because if you didn't know, this guy right here, he has a bachelor's in history with a minor in geography. A fun fact for you. I chose who I would like to have teach a history course for me. I know. Super exciting, right? So that option obviously went to Adult Tiki, and I'll tell you why. Number 1, she's a solid character. Number 2, she's been around forever, right? Number 3, she has that whole Naga Link thing going on. So she has a general understanding and appreciation for a lot of stuff that's happened throughout history. Granted, she was asleep for a lot of it, but I don't think that matters. I think she gets the general gist, and she could teach about anything and everything that your heart might desire. Granted, this pretty much just pertains to anything that happens throughout the Arcanea saga. So Jogdrol, Tellius, all those other guys, not really all that helpful, but you know, that definitely has like the longest history, I would say, from Marth to Crom. I think that's a pretty large span of time, and I think Tiki would make a good professor, probably. She seems like she's got it together when she's not asleep, and if she's asleep, like, she can just put a movie on in class or something. I don't know, like, that's a thing. I'm not a teacher, but I've heard that happens. So there you go. Those are my loose picks. Quarantine has done some weird things to me, and they have made me ponder some of life's finest choices, such as which Fire Emblem characters I would like to have as teachers. And I took it a step further and picked what classes they would be for. So here's my question for you. If you're interested, and if you've thought too much about this like I have, who are you picking to be your teachers? And if you well, you do have to make 2 different choices. There is a single and a duo, so there are multiples. Never mind. I was going to say, if you're picking the same one, then just say the one. But let me know who you would like as teachers, and let me know what classes you would like them to teach and why. Bonus points if why. The points don't matter, but it enriches the comment, I guess. So I get a bigger backstory to your thoughts, which is helpful. This video is much longer than I anticipated, but that's fine. It's all good. Hey, have you subscribed yet? Because you get quality content like this popping in. It's I shouldn't record when it's late. I think that's what I'm learning from this. Subscribe if you haven't. We're doing some other videos this week as well. We have a possible double special banner prediction coming up maybe next week. I don't know when the calendar's dropping. And of course, we'll have some other stuff happening throughout the rest of the month as well. And I think we're going to summon pretty soon, too. So that's exciting. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of whatever day it is for you. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Be good to each other. Drink lots of water. Stay hydrated. Just because you're inside doesn't mean you don't need water. You do. And that's it from me. So, thank you again for watching. And until then, I will catch you next time.